Hello everyone, myself Ashish Desai, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. Today we are going to discuss here unit number second, that is fluid statics. So first of all, we discuss regarding the hydrostatic forces on submerged bodies. So before that, we have to check out the learning objective. So first learning objective for this session is to know a total pressure and center of pressure. Second learning objective is to know hydrostatic forces in submerged bodies. So after this session, some learning outcome is there. So first learning outcome is the student will able to explain the total pressure and center of pressure. Then second learning outcome is the student will able to explain about hydrostatic forces on submerged bodies. So this is regarding the outcomes. So first of all, a review on the fluid mechanics. Actually, we have discussed in our previous lectures. The fluid is nothing but regarding the gases and liquids we have to study over here, and it is nothing but the behavior of study of your fluids. So actually we are discussing the gas and liquids. There are different parameters there. So for properties, that is compressibility, density, viscosity, surface tension. So this is regarding the unit number first. Now we enter into the fluid mechanics. So there are three branches, that is statics, dynamics and kinematics. So the static is related with a static condition, that is stability, then pressure and buoyancy forces. And dynamic relates with laminar, turbulent, that is different types of fluid flow. And here the kinematics, kinematics deals with the rest of the course, that is regarding the velocity and acceleration of study of the fluid particles. Now we focusing on unit number second, that is fluid statics. So actually fluid statics mean the fluid is at rest condition and you have to study over there, that is called as fluid statics. So this is regarding chapter number second. Now we move for the concept of hydrostatic forces in submerged bodies. So this we have considered the plate which is exposed to liquid such as gate wall in a dam. So while constructing the dam, there the fluid pressure is distributed over its surfaces. So that is nothing but hydrostatic forces in a submerged bodies. So whenever this that forces will be dissolved on a parallel basis of the on the plate, so that can offer determine to magnet of the force, and that point of application is called as center of pressure. So this is called as center of pressure, and total pressure is all about over the plates. So this is regarding the hydrostatic forces. So here we discuss here the this is gate actually, and here distributing forces is like this. So atmospheric pressure is on both sides. So this is P atom on both sides, and the distributed the pressure, that is height, that is P is equal to rho gh, that is gradually on increasing basis. So this is minimum here and maximum at depth of this dam. So this is regarding the distributed pressure and plus atmospheric pressure. But sometimes the P atmospheric is all about only particular one directions. It is not on available on wall of north side on that side. So it is not available. So this is regarding the hydrostatic forces in submerged bodies. So in such cases, it is convenient to subtract this atmospheric pressure with gauge pressure only. So this is we have to work only with atmospheric as well as gauge pressure. So this is called as hydrostatic forces in submerged bodies. So actually bodies in at the deep into the liquids or fluids. Now we move for the definitions of total pressure and center of pressure. So total pressure is nothing but the force is exerted by static fluid on either plane or curved surface which come in contact with surface, and the force is always, remember that it should be normal. So in previous slide we mentioned this. This forces dissolves total pressure, and where it is acted, that is called as center of pressure. So here it is mentioned that it is defined as the point of application of total pressure on the surface. So their point is called as center of pressure. So actually the submerged bodies are different types. So if you consider plane surface and curved surface. So in plane surface we consider first vertical plane, horizontal plane, inclined plane, and curved surface is only one type, that is curved surface for submerged points. So first of all we discuss regarding the vertical and horizontal plane surfaces, and then we go for inclined plane surface and curved plane surface. So in this session we will discuss only the vertical plane surface and horizontal plane surface. So first of all we consider for horizontal plane surface. So this is figure. So we have to measure the pressure, that is P is equal to rho g h. According to that we can measure the pressure. like this, that is horizontal immersive force. So refer this figure. So consider a plane surface in a which is dipped into the liquid. So area is the immersed area is the capital A. So this is fluid actually and is dipped into this plate, and x bar is the depth. So actually when you increasing the depth, what will happen? The pressure will be increasing, and W is a specific weight. So specific weight of a liquid is there. So W we can mention here. So now find out the total pressure for horizontal immersive surfaces. So first of all, we know that the P is nothing but weight of the liquid above the immersed surface. So that is P is nothing but total pressure. So this small p you can write here, that is total pressure. So total pressure is always, remember, that is normal to the surface and it is distributed over the area. So that weight of the liquid. So weight, it is depending on the weight of the liquid. So this total pressure is dependent on weight of the liquid. So weight of the liquid is nothing but, in terms of specific weight, actually specific weight is nothing but weight upon volume, right? Specific weight is nothing but weight upon volume. So here we require weight of the fluid. So what is the equation? Specific weight into volume. So we can transfer this. So that's where it becomes specific weight. Instead of writing weight of liquid, we can write specific weight of liquid into volume of liquid. So as we know that specific weight is nothing but W, and volume means area of the surface and depth. So area is a small a and depth is x bar. So specific weight is nothing but rho into G, we know that, or you can say W, that is specific weight, that is W, you can write like this, or rho into G, okay, or you can say W. So W into area for capital A, depth is x bar. So that's why total pressure for horizontal surface we can determine by formula P is equal to W A x bar. So this is for horizontal immersed surface. Now we move for vertical immersed surface. So as we know that the consideration for vertical face, so this is vertical face which is arbitrary shape over here, and we can giving strip. So here strip is provided here. So we can that width is B. So here in the for derivation purpose we can consider this strip. So width is B and this height is dx, that is small dx, okay, and G is the center of gravity and C is the point where we can measure the distance of center of pressure from free surface. So this is center of pressure where which is acts over here. This is point C. G is center of gravity. B is width of this strip. Small dx is nothing but that height, or can say length of length, not this is a height. This is our text dx, that is small dx. So here clearly mentioned that capital A is total area, then x bar is the depth. So here x bar is the depth, h bar is the distance of center from free surface. Free surface means from air. So air is contact over here. So from that point we can take the distance for C, that is h bar. So this is regarding the vertically immersed surface. So while studying the total pressure for vertical surface, so this is diagram. So here we consider horizontal surface, width is B, height is dx. So first of all we calculate the pressure, that is total pressure. So you know that P is equal to rho GH. H means depth. So in that case the pressure is equal to, what will happen? Rho G means specific weight, that is W. Instead of rho G you can write W. H is nothing but this height, or can say depth. So depth for this particular strip, that is x, because here we are considering the thin horizontal strip, right? And here width is about B and thickness is dx. So we can write the relation for pressure. P is equal to rho gh. Rho g means W, that is specific weight, and h is the depth. So depth is about the x. Okay, so write then W is equal to rho g. So we can write P is equal to W and h is nothing but x. So this is depth, that is depth x. Now we go for total pressure. So total pressure means actually pressure is equal to force upon area. So that is pressure is equal to pressure force is equal to what? Pressure into area. So total pressure is equal to pressure into area. Total pressure, that is means pressure, that is pressure force. Pressure force is equal to pressure into area. So pressure is P, and for this we are particularly discussing about this strip. That's why P into dA. dA means smallest element area for this strip, and dA means that is width into the dx. So width into dx. So this is p b dx. So p is nothing but wx. So this is from on this side, that is p is equal to wx b dx. So as we know that total pressure on the strip, that is wx b dx. So remember this because we have to use in center of pressure also. So wx bdx. Okay, so how it comes, again I explain this. As we know that the total pressure for computing, we are considering the horizontal strip. This is horizontal strip, width is b, height is the dx, and for that purpose we take the pressure for that point. So that's why p is equal to rho gh. So h is here depth is x, so I can write p rho gx. So instead of rho g I can write wx. That's why equation becomes pwx. Instead of rho g, wh is nothing but x, so wx. So next point for discussion of total pressure, as you know that pressure is equal to pressure force upon area. That's why total pressure is equal to pressure into area, pressure into area. So pressure into area, P as it is, that is total pressure into dA. dA means smallest element of this strip. So dA is B into dx, B into dx, and B particular P value is Wx, P value is Wx, and this BDx. So what will happen? The equation for integrating. So this is regarding the smallest strip. Now we go for whole area. So what is the whole area for the pressure? Total pressure. So how we can calculate? So you can integrating on both sides. So P is integrating with Wx bdx, and here after integrating, this W is constant over here because rho g is the specific weight. So this overall constant. So W is you can take outside, and integration of bdx into x. So this value is nothing but the moment of surface area, because area is mentioned over here, right? Area is there and the specific level is there, that's why x bar. Okay, so W integrating x is nothing but x bar because it is regarding the center of gravity, so it can change because we are considering whole surface. So whole surface means we have to shift it to the center of gravity. So center of gravity depth is x bar, so I can write x bar, and overall this bdx, so integration of bdx nothing but area, that is capital A. So this is regarding the ax bar. Okay, now this equation becomes P into W is constant, integration of bdx is nothing but ax bar. So I can write as total pressure is nothing but Wax bar. So this is regarding the total pressure for vertical plate. So this is vertical plates we can consider here. Then you can stripping for one particular value. Then we can get pressure into forces. So that pressure force is equal to pressure into area. dA value is bdx because we are considering a horizontal strip, and then we can integrating on both sides for applying for whole surface, and then the value for the integrating that the bdx dx is the moment of surface area. That's why we know that this bdx integration of bdx nothing but converted into area, that is capital A, because we are implementing for whole area, and x is shifted to x bar because it is for whole body. That's why equation becomes P is equal to Wax bar. Now we move for the discussion regarding this. P is nothing but pressure, W is the specific weight, A is the area of this vertical plate, and X bar is the center of gravity. So this is regarding the flat plate. This is flat plate for total pressure. Now we go for center of pressure. So as we know that center of pressure diagram is like this same. Now we find out the center of pressure. Center of pressure means the total pressure where it acts, this that point is called as center of pressure. So here we can consider h bar. H bar is the depth from the free surface, that is point where the pressure, or can say center of pressure, acts. So here C is the point where center of pressure is acts. G is the point where center of gravity is there. Okay, this is the smallest strip, that is having the height is dx, and length is, that is width is b, that is b. Okay, so this is regarding the center of pressure. Now we shifted for the total pressure. So actually, as we know that already discussed this total pressure how it comes, because WA into AX bar, or can say WAX. So according to the WAX means W as it is, A means BDX. This is for strip, and this is for total pressure on strip. Now we move for moment. So moment, how we take moments for this? If you take moment about surface O, so this is total pressure. So total pressure at point C is here. C point. Look at this C point where total pressure will acts. So these points will be help to multiplication of this free surface. So this is X. Actually, the total pressure about that strip is there. So here total pressure will acts. We consider here, and we can take the moment against them. So that's why it becomes X. Now we formally simplifying this Wx square into BDX. Now this moment of inertia is implemented to whole body. So how to implement? We can integrating on both sides. So after integration, so x square bdx, x square bdx means moment of inertia, because this unit is a meter raised to 4, right? W is constant, x square bdx, x square means meter square meter, so that's why meter raised to 4. So that's why we can identify this is moment. So this is moment actually, because W is constant, x square bdx. So where we can apply I naught, because I naught means moment of inertia, because this is about whole body. Why you can integrate this? Because you can implement it the strip to the whole body. So that's why we can take integration on both sides, and then equation becomes m is equal to W. Instead of this integration of x square bdx, that equation becomes I naught. So that's why moment is equal to W into I naught. That is equation number 1. Now this is equation number 1. Now we go for the sum of all the moments for the pressure is equal to, that is why already we taken as manually that P into H bar, P into H bar normally we take, right? Normally we take, that is center pressure P acts over here, and H bar for whole body. So that's why equation 1 and equation 2 we can equate this, and after formalizing the equation, solving this equation, P we know that that is total, that is center pressure. What is that center pressure? WAX bar. So we can put the value of the WX bar. H bar you can take as it is, WI naught as it is. Then H bar is equal to, what is the H bar here? WI naught, W get cancelled out, I naught divided by AX bar. So that is equation number 3. So this is value is given by the H bar. So H bar is equal to I naught AX bar. So what is the value of I naught? Actually, I naught means theorem. We can apply the theorem of parallaxis, that is Ig plus H square. So I naught, instead of I naught, we can write a parallel axis theorem, that is Ig plus H bar. So Ig plus H bar we can write like this. So instead of I naught, I can write Ig plus AH bar, AH square. So AH square, instead of that I can write X square, X bar square, because here instead of H, so H means the height, uh, that is height from center of gravity. So this is from fluid mechanics, this is from applied mechanics. We have derived this relation, that is theorem of parallaxis, that is I is equal to Ig plus AH square, right? So I can write here Ig as it is, okay, and AH square, A as it is, instead of H square, H square means height of the center of gravity. So that's why I can write X bar square. So this is X bar square, and therefore this equation 3 becomes A square cancel out, so X bar cancel out, so Ig plus Ig upon X bar plus X bar. So for H bar purpose we can write Ig X bar plus X bar. So this is center of pressure. So this is vertical plate, and this is the relation for center of pressure. So find out, so actually required for Ig, that is I value for the moment of inertia from this geometry. So a different geometry is there for calculating the center of gravity and moment of inertia. So already we discussed in applied mechanics. So for triangle purpose, so triangle is like this. If your height h is there, for CG, CG means that X bar. How to calculate X bar? X is equal to h by 3. So we can take h by 3. Then you get the value of the center of gravity. And if you take area, how to take area? Length into half into length into height. So height is h, length is width, b into half. So half bh, that is area for triangle. And for I about axis, so if you considering for x-axis is the CG, we can take this like this, bh cube by 36. and I about base. So if you take base, for the purpose we can take bh cube by 12. So according to our requirement, we can take the I, that is moment of inertia. And for rectangle purpose, so here the rectangle is there. For rectangle purpose, the CG is, how to calculate CG for this center of gravity? So total, that is d divided by 2. So the center of gravity is x is equal to d by 2. And for area purpose, b into d, because length into height, so that is bd. And for calculation of moment of inertia for rectangle purpose, bd cube by 12, so bd cube by 12. And for I about base is bd cube by 3. So this is regarding the rectangle point. So this is center of gravity, moment of inertia for and area. This is rectangle. Now we go for circle. So for circle is, for calculating the center of gravity, we can take divided by 2, diameter divided by 2. So d by 2, d stands for diameter. Then area. So to calculate area for circle, pi by 4 d square. So I can write pi by 4 d square over here. And for calculation for moment of inertia, that is, we can take pi by 64 into d raised to 4. Pi by 64 into d raised to 4. So this is about circle. Now next move for trapezoid. Okay, so trapezium. So the relation for trapezium for center of gravity is there, 2a plus b. So a is the this length, b is this bottom of the line, bottom of the height. So 2a plus b, a plus b, h by 3, trapezium. And then area is a plus b by 2. So a plus b divided by 2 into this height h. And similarly for I about axis, this is relation for I, that is moment of inertia for trapezium, is a square plus 4ab plus b square divided by 3b a plus b into h square. So this is regarding the moment of inertia for trapezium. Now we move for the formula. What we discuss here, actually in vertical immersed surface, for total pressure is P is equal to W x bar, and center of pressure, that is H bar is equal to Ig upon X bar plus X bar. So already we discussed this. As you know that P is the total pressure, W is the specific weight, A is the area, X bar is the depth of the plate. Then next, center of pressure. Center of pressure is, that is nothing but H bar. Center of pressure is nothing but where the total pressure acts. So that is H bar is equal to Ig is moment of inertia for the particular shapes. Suppose triangle is there, you can take moment of inertia for that. A is the area for this particular shape. X bar is a depth. Likewise, we can take for the calculation purpose. Now we move for the problem first. So here the figure shows that the circular plate is there, and which is placed in vertically manner and in water such a way that the place is 2.5 meter below. So 2.5 below is there, below the surface, free surface, and determine the total pressure on the plate. So total pressure is nothing but P is equal to Wx bar, as we know that. So first of all, we required W, that is specific gravity. So how to calculate this? Rho into G, right? A is the area, X bar. X bar means 2.5. We can take X bar. This is 2.5. Okay. And area purpose, we calculate area there for circle is pi by 4 d square. So that's why pi by 4 into 1.2 bracket square. As we take like this, and D is 1.2 meter. Okay. So here rho G. So W is nothing but rho into G. So here the water is given to you. That's why we can take 1000 into 9.1. So here it is mentioning in kilonewton. That's why 27.7 into 10 to 3 Newton is there. So you can take Newton over here. So this is regarding the total pressure. Now position of center of pressure. So how to find out? H bar is equal to Ig divided by X square plus X bar. And for calculating for Ig, so Ig is equal to, for circular purpose, pi by 4 64 pi by 64 d raised to 4. That is nothing but moment of inertia for circle. So how to calculate this? Pi divided by 64 d. D is how much? 1.2. So I mentioned here. So 1.2 raised to 4 raised to 4. So that equation becomes 0.1018. You can put like this. A is the area for this plate. So actually 1.13 into X bar. X bar is 2.5. X bar is 2.5 because this is center of gravity. So actually it's 2.5. We can take plus. So actually this is height, or can say depth of this plate. So 2.5 over here directly putting, and then we get the value of h bar, that is 2.536. So after solving the equation, h bar is equal to, so this is regarding the, this is a simple problem related with the circular plate. Now we consider for isosceles triangles. So here the base is 3 meter and altitude is 3 meter. So both is 30 meter, and which is immersed vertically in a oil of specific gravity 0.8. So here oil is placed over here, and the base of the plate coincides with the free surface. So this is the base, and which is coincide with a pre-oil surface. Is it clear? So that's why we can draw figure like this. This is a triangle, isosceles triangles, and this is 3 meter, and height is also 3 meter. So to determine the total pressure, so total pressure is nothing but P into P is equal to WAX bar. So here it is given that base is 3 meter, plate is 3 meter, so height of plate is 3 meter, and for calculation of area for isosceles triangle is 1 by 2 BH. 1 by 2 B means width and height. So after that calculating area, then specific area is 0.8. Then x bar, how to calculate x bar? Actually 1 by 3 h, because isosceles triangle is there. So for calculation for x bar is 1 by 3 of height. So height is 3, so 1 by 3 is 1 meter, that is x bar. Now we go for P is equal to WX bar, that is a relation. W is rho into G. Rho is not given, but 0.8 is given, that is 0.8 into directly we can take point as it is for W. A is the 9.81, sorry, G, rho G is there, that's why 0.8 into 9.81 into 10 to 3. A is the area for this particular triangle, isosceles triangles, and x bar is 1 because we are calculating here. And then find out the 30.5 3 into 10 to 3 Newton. Actually here we can take specific gravity rho G. Rho G means density into 9.1, G, that is 9.1 into 10 to 3. So this 10 to 3 helps to convert into kilonewton. That is our pressure, total pressure. Now we go for calculating the center of pressure. So as you know, the relation for h bar is equal to Ig upon Ax bar plus x bar. Okay, so h bar is the center of pressure. So here center of pressure, actually the center of gravity and center of pressure is different points, right? So h bar is equal to Ig divided by Ax bar plus x bar. How to calculate Ig for the plate? That is nothing but bh cube by 36. So Ig is calculating from bh cube by 36 Ax bar plus x bar. So already x bar we calculated for 1 meter. Area is, that is 4.5. So after putting this value for b h a x bar, then equation becomes like this: h bar is equal to 1.5 meter. So this is the relation for isosceles triangle. Now we move for rectangular plate. So rectangular plate is about 3 meter width and 1 meter is height. So this is vertically immersed here, and which is apart from 3 meter sides is parallel. So 3 meter side is parallel. Actually plate is there, but 3 meter is parallel to the free surface. Already mentioned here, and it is below of 1 meter. So it's below of 1 meter. So here first of all we have to find out x bar, because how to formulate x bar? Actually this x bar is from, that is nothing but center of gravity. So here this plate is 0.5 and this height is 1, so that's why x bar becomes 1.5. Actually G means center of gravity, C means center of pressure, okay, where it acts. So total pressure is acted over here, center of gravity, that is point G. And for x bar, how to calculate x bar for this point? This 1 meter is there, and for plate is 1 meter. Okay, so this when you're calculating for plate is 1.5, sorry 0.5, this 1 meter is there 0.5, and this height is 1, so that's why x bar is equal to 1.5. So this is x bar. Now width is given, that is 3 meter, depth is given 1 meter, and for area purpose, that is for a rectangle is there, that's why 3 into 1. And x bar is how to calculate, I already mentioned, this is 1 and plate is having 1 meter, so that's why we can take divided by 2, because center of gravity is from this point to this point. For x bar purpose 1 meter is there, and this center of gravity, how to calculate, divided by 2, so this is 0.5, so whole is x bar 1.5. Now we go for wx bar, that is pwx bar. We can put the value rho g x bar, that is 9.813 1.5 into 10 to 3, and then equation become 44 10 raised to 4. Here 10 raised to 3 not mentioned because we can convert it to kilonewton. Okay, so that's why center of pressure is nothing but as you know that W h bar is equal to Ig upon X bar plus X bar. So how to calculate Ig for rectangle purpose? Ig is for BD cube by 12. This is for that moment of inertia. So BD cube by 12. So B, put the value of B is the 3, D is 1, 12. So Rg is that point for 25. So 0.25 you can put here, and then area is 3 into 1.5 plus 1.5. So that's why equation becomes h bar is equal to 1.556 meter. Now we go for next problem, that is isosceles triangles for the base of 3 meters and altitude. So altitude is nothing but this height. Altitude is this height, 6 meter, and it's immersed vertically in water, and with its axis symmetry is horizontal. So axis symmetry means this AD is symmetry horizontal, so it's based on horizontal. And if the head of this is shown in figure, actually the figure is there, and it is 9 meter apart. So this altitude is about 9 meter apart, and find out the total pressure and position of center of pressure. So here P is question mark and H bar is question mark. So first of all we go for calculation of area. So triangle is there, that's why I can say 1 by 2, that is height into that length. So 1 by 2, 3 into 6, 9 meter square. X bar is equal to 9 meter because already we given to that in the figure. So X bar is there. So calculate this pressure, total pressure, that is P is equal to W X bar. W we can take rho g, that is density into gravity. Then A X bar is 9. After the area is also 9. After putting this value, total pressure become like this. And after H bar, how to calculate H bar? H bar is nothing but Ig divided by X bar plus X bar. So for that is isosceles triangles, we can calculate by Ig is equal to. So here we can divide two parts. BDQ by 12 for ABD, that is triangle ABD. So BDQ by 12 and BADC, that's why BDQ by 12. So according to that we can put the value, and then we formulating the Ig value. So after getting the Ig value, you can put here capital A is given to, that is 9, X bar is 9, and plus X bar is 9. So after that equation becomes like this, and formulate the H bar is 9.04. So this is about the this isosceles triangles. And that isosceles triangle of base is 3 meter and altitude is 6 meter. So next problem is there. So here it is mentioned that is the isosceles triangles. So according to that we have to formulating H bar and that is P. So always remember that H bar is nothing but center of pressure where the total pressure will acts. Total pressure P means the overall normal pressure which is act on a immersed bodies. Okay, that's why it is called as total pressure is there. So pressure and total pressure is two different terms. Pressure is nothing but intensity of pressure which is vertically acted on a surface area, but total pressure is distributed over the areas. So this is regarding the total pressure and center of pressure. Okay. Now we go for square aperture in a vertical side of the tank. So here sir, that aperture means square aperture is there. So there are two parts of triangles, and here which is vertically in placed and hinged along the upper sides of aperture. The diagonals of the aperture is 2.4. So diagonal is 2.4, and tank contains the specific gravity 1.2. The center of aperture is 1.8. Center of aperture is 1.8 meter. So it is from free surface. So here tank is there, and the center of that aperture is about 1.8, and the diagonal is 2.4 mm long, that is meter per long, and specific gravity is 1.2. Specific gravity is 1.2. Calculate the thrust exerted by that. Thrust means P is equal to W AX bar. You can calculate the total pressure. Position of center pressure means H bar. So H bar is required over here. H bar is question mark. P is question mark and H bar is question mark. So first of all, diagonal is given to, that is PR. PR is how much? PR and QS. So calculating PR and QS, it is directly given that QS, PR and QS is square aperture. Square aperture means all sides are equals, right? So we can take PR is equal to QS equal to 2.4 meter. Then next, how to calculate the area of aperture? So we divide in two parts of area, that is PQR and PSR, and finalizing the area. So for finding out the triangle area, half of the height and the length, half of the length and into base, length into base. Okay, so this is the length, that is PR, into height, that is OQ. For a triangle PSR, that is length is PR and height is OS. So accordingly you can calculate the area for this purpose, because we have to find out here area, because P is equal to W X bar. So A is calculating from this slide. So for always remember that for square aperture all sides are equal. That is why we can take PR and QS is same, because only here given that diagonal base is there. So that's why 2.4 meter as it is taken here, and then calculating the area first. Then after you go for the P is equal to W X bar. So X bar is directly given, that is 1.8, W is equal to rho G, and A is nothing but area. So already we calculate this area and put the value area 2.88, then value equation becomes 61.026 kilonewton. Next is for position of center of pressure, that is H bar. What is H bar? H bar is equal to X bar plus, sorry, Ig upon X bar plus X bar. So for calculation for Ig, so for square aperture is there. So we first of all we calculate for moment of inertia for PQR, and then you go for PSR, because this square aperture is there. That's why we have to go for this one. Then we go for BDQ by 12, because the triangle is there. That's why we can consider PDQ by 12. So BDQ by 12 for this and BDQ by 12 for this. So actually square is there, that's why I can take B and D main same is there, B and D same, that's why 2 B stand for base, that is 2.4, D is 1.23 by 12. This is for PQR, and for PSR is same. So then calculation of this Ig value we can put this over here, and then we have calculation of area and X bar. Already we calculate the area here and X bar. So after putting the value of A and X bar and Ig, then we get the value of H bar. So this is regarding the square aperture. This is for center of pressure and total pressure. Thank you. In next lecture, we will discuss regarding the inclined plane surface. Thank you.